Welcome back, Nail Crew. Welcome back, Nail Crew. Welcome back. Hey, y'all, I am such a good mood today. I don't know why I'm so hyped because I hardly got any sleep last night, but I slept a little bit more than I usually do. You guys know I have really bad insomnia. So at the time of me doing these nails, I did these nails on zero sleep. Zero sleep. And I started doing her nails at, I want to say, what time was her appointment? I think her appointment was like at 2. So we started maybe like, let's say 2:15-ish. And I was done in less than 2 hours. And that included removing her previous set, prepping, and doing everything. So this set took under 2 hours. And I'm working on zero sleep at 2 p.m. Okay? Zero sleep at 2 p.m. So I was real nervous. Like, oh my God, how is these going to turn out? Like, at the end of the day, I hope that, and she knows that I didn't sleep. Like, I did tell her. But Lord God, I hope that she likes them. Because you know when you do nails, like, for the most part, well, most of the people that I deal with, they're going to be honest with you, but at the same time, they're not going to want to hurt your feelings. So, of course, she said she liked them when I was done, but I hope she really did like them. Girl, if you watching it, you really didn't like them. You were just saying that to save my feelings. Trust me, it won't hurt my feelings. I did these on zero sleep. Yeah, so that's where I'm gonna go with that. But anyway, I thought they were really cute. I did think they were really cute when I was done. You guys will see what they look like, and I hope you guys like them. No, let me stop laughing. They were so cute. They were super cute, you guys. They were super cute. So anyway, I removed her previous set. These are her real nails except for the thumb. If you guys watched me do her nails last time, you guys saw me do a full set with a nail repair on the thumb because the thumb was broke. So all of the nails that you see are her real nails. Her nails are so strong and healthy. I filed off the acrylic, I soaked, I scraped, I filed, and her nails are still whole, intact, very strong. That just goes to show you, a lot of people say doing acrylics will ruin your nails or whatever. But you know what? If you don't overfile the person's nails and you protect their nails, her nails were still strong, nothing broke. Now, if you look closely at the pointer finger, you will see like a little bit of residue left, or it does look like her nail is flaking or whatever. That is not anything but leftover acrylic. So you guys know, when I soak off or file off nail product, I always leave a very thin layer. So what you saw on her finger was not her actual nail itself. That was a leftover product. And I don't want to file way down to her actual nail plate because there's no need for that. There's no need to disturb her natural nail plate. We want to protect that and preserve it. So anyway, I'm prepping the way that I always prep, y'all. And I always I don't know if I should leave the prep in, if I should take it out. So sometimes I leave my prep in, sometimes I take it out. I know that there are a lot of new people that started following me because of Corona, and you guys are out there trying to figure out how to do your own nails at home. So you're watching videos and things like that. Hey, y'all. Hey, my new subbies. Hey. Oh, I do have a new join button down below. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about my join button later. But anyway, so sometimes I leave my prep in for the newbies, and then sometimes I take it out because, you know, I don't want you guys to watch the same thing over and over and over. That'd be boring. So I leave it in sometimes and I take it out sometimes. Right now, I'm leaving it in for my newbies. Hey, y'all, what's up? Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that bell so you know when I upload next. So you guys saw me push back the cuticles. Yeah. We all know. It's like a song by now, right? It's like a little dance routine. Like, you know the music, you know the steps by now. Everyone's in sync. So we push back the cuticles. We're going to take our cuticle drill bit. I do love this ceramic drill bit. I do. It's one of my favorites. But I do have a metal one as well. A carbide, I should say. I shouldn't say metal. I should say a carbide. I do have a carbide one, and that one works well too. That one is cleaning right now. God, y'all, my tools are always soaking in barbicide. That one is soaking in Barbicide right now. And to be honest, sometimes I'll put it in Barbicide. You're supposed to leave it in for 10 minutes. And me, my forgetful self, it'll be in Barbicide for like a whole half a day. So if you buy Barbicide and you are forgetful, I mean, obviously you could set an alarm to just tell you when to go get it out the Barbicide. I don't do that. I need to, but I don't. Get the anti-rust formula, so that way if you do leave it in Barbicide over 10 minutes, it doesn't rust as bad, okay? It still rusts a little bit sometimes. Sometimes it does rust a little bit, but it just won't be as bad. So again, if you're forgetful, when you buy your Barbicide, make sure you get the one that says anti-rust. And I will leave some Barbicide in my description box below in my Amazon storefront. If you click on the link and there's no Barbicide there, that's because obviously it's sold out. With Corona, everybody's trying to be as clean as possible, so things might be sold out. But just check back later and hopefully they'll restock it soon. So anyway, I did my prep and now I am dusting her off. This little flower brush is so adorable. I got that from the Pottle, guys, and I will leave a link and a coupon code to the Pottle in my description box below. So now I am cleaning and sanitizing her nails. So what I have in my bottle is alcohol and acetone, okay? So I have the bottle filled halfway up with acetone and the rest of the way with alcohol. You give that a good little mix. That's going to create a dehydrator and a hand sanitizer. So that's what I use to dehydrate and clean her nails. And then once that dries, I go in with my primer. Just one layer of the primer is what I use. Most people use 2 layers, but again, I only use 1 layer of primer because then I go in with 1 layer of base coat, okay? So again, for the new people, I use gel base coat as primer, okay? It sounds so weird, but trust me, if you try it, everybody so far that has tried it has hit me up and say they love it. Like they won't do nails any other way. Seriously, guys, give it a try, give it a try, give it a try. Any base coat will work. I'm not partial to any one brand, but I really do love the gel bottle ink. And I have others that I use and I like very much as well. So use whatever you have, use whatever's affordable. Find out if there's a good sale. Shoot, get whatever's on sale and then hit me up and let me know. Let me know when there's a sale. I love a good sale. So here is the base coat that I'm using is from the gel bottle ink. Again, this base coat is really good, but it's really expensive. It works great. I feel like it's worth every penny, but it is expensive. Other base coats that I love Diana's base coat. I love Sparkle & Co. Who else? Young Nails has a nice base coat. Guys, I'm going to leave the link to my base coat video in the description box. I tested all my base coats and you guys can watch that video and you guys can find which one of those brands will work best for you. So I'll leave that link in the description box. Check it out if you're looking for a base coat. And I will do the same thing for my top coats. I do plan on doing a top coat review. I have tons of top coats. I think I have at least 20 different brands of top coats. So I will test those for you. And then I'll do a separate matte top coat video for you guys as well. I think I have maybe like 3 or 4 matte top coats. So we'll compare them all. I just have been so busy with work that I haven't had a time to do that, but trust me, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I promise you. All right. So the acrylics that I'm going to use, don't worry about that. I will show you guys. I know you're like, wait a minute, you didn't tell me. I will show you the bottles. I will show you the containers. I promise, don't fret. So right now, guys, I am just creating a very thin protective layer of clear acrylic on her nails before I go in with the colored acrylic. You do not have to do this. It is an extra step. It is adding to the service. I know, but I like to add a very thin layer of clear before I go in with my color. One, the first reason is that when the client comes back to remove that color, you don't have to file down to the nail plate. You could just file down to the clear level of acrylic. And that's like one of the main reasons. But another reason is that it stops the nail from being stained. Okay, so those are the 2 reasons, the 2 main reasons why I like to do that. Also, the clear acrylics, guys, The clear acrylic, in my opinion, is the strongest acrylic. When you get into adding pigments and all those other glitters and stuff, that weakens the acrylic. This is my opinion. This is like totally my opinion. Adding pigments, adding glitter, adding all that little fun stuff that makes the nails beautiful, it does add strength to the nail. It does last. It is beautiful, but it's not as strong as the clear acrylic. So that's why I always add, and I feel like the adhesion of just the plain clear acrylic is better, is way better than once you add glitters and pigments and shimmers and all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's another reason why I like to go in with a clear layer of acrylic before I go in with the color. So yes, it is an extra step, and I know not a lot of people do it, and I do get a lot of questions about that. Do I have to do it? No, you don't have to do anything. But it's just something that I like to do, and those are the reasons that I do it. And it really doesn't even take that much longer to just throw a very thin layer of clear on. Another question that I get a lot, and I answer this question all the time: when you add the clear base coat and you cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds, do you wipe off the inhibition layer? No, you do not. You do not. You do not. You don't file it away. You don't wipe it away. You do nothing with it. You leave it alone. It's a little bit sticky. It's a little bit tacky. Leave it be. Add your acrylic right on top and you are good to go. So that's how I do it. If you watch somebody else and they do it differently, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, try it. Try it both ways and see what works for you. Do your left hand one way, do your right hand another way. See which one lasts the longest for you. But for me, I leave that inhibition layer and I go right on top with my polygel, my gel, or my acrylic. And that, for me, guys, gives me the best adhesion. My current nails that I'm wearing has been 4 weeks. 4 weeks on, no lifting, nothing. I definitely need a fill. So don't look at my nails. I take that back. Let's not talk about my nails. Let's not talk about my nails. I need a fill so bad. It's just absolutely ridiculous. All right. So you guys can watch me do her nails, and I am going to talk about my nail school experience a little bit more. We started it in my last video, like my last little story time video. And I told you guys that I would continue the story in a subsequent video. So here we are. You guys can watch me do nails and listen to another part of I hated my nail school experience. The saga continues. Part 2. So first of all, what I find so sad, y'all, if you guys go back to that video and read the comments, half of you guys either said, oh, Nikki, that ain't nothing. My school was the same or worse. Or you was like, oh yeah, I watched a few other videos and everybody practically says the same thing. Like, that to me is so sad, you know? So part of me feels, and this is going to be so messed up, y'all. This is going to be so messed up. I'm so sorry. But part of me felt not good, but like better knowing that I wasn't singled out in the universe and just had a horrible nail experience, you know? So part of me felt like it was more acceptable, I should say, which is awful, but true. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, I felt like, all right, well, shoot, maybe that's just how it is. So a lot of you guys, even in like my DMs and stuff, you guys was like, you know what? I'm signing up. And I got this a lot. A lot of you guys were saying, I'm signing up for nail school because you've inspired me to do nails, even though I'm in the medical field. That's crazy. You guys know I'm in the medical field. I love to do nails. It's a passion of mine. And a lot of you guys are in the same boat. You're in the medical field, but you want to do nails. That's like, oh my God. Like, that is so cool to me. That is so freaking cool. So anyway, shout out to you guys. Shout out to y'all. So a lot of you said, you know what? I know that I'm going to school for the hours. I know that I'm not going to learn anything. And that's so sad that you're going into it knowing that you're not going to learn anything, that you just got to get the hours. But you know what? It is what it is. That's the reality of it. I've watched a few videos. Everybody has said the same thing. You guys have commented the same thing. So, damn, y'all. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, you guys, I don't want to discourage anybody from going to school if that's what you want to do. I don't want to discourage you. And that's part of the reason why it took me a year after I graduated to tell y'all that story, because it was negative, and y'all know I don't like that negative energy. So I didn't want to bring it to the channel. But also I didn't want to discourage anybody from going to school. But as long as you go in knowing that you're going to have to do a lot of self-learning, you're going to have to just learn. You have to be motivated. You have to go in with the mindset of, I need school for my license, but I might not learn everything I need in this school or in this environment. If you go in like that, I think you'll be better off. I didn't really 100% go in with that mindset. Part of me was kind of in la la land, thinking that I was going to learn things. How dare I think I was going to learn in school? How dare you? Yeah, part of me knew that it was going to be hard, especially with everybody coming and going as they please. So part of me knew, how is this going to work? Like, that's so odd. So I had that fraction of thought in the side of my brain, but then the other side of my brain really went into this thinking I was gonna learn, y'all. I really did. Somebody asked me in the comments also, so did you learn how to use a e-file, or did she said something like, did you get e-file certified or something? You guys could go back and read the comment. But anyway, she asked about me doing e-file. I said, girl, no. Like, did you not watch the video to the end? I told you I learned nothing. The only thing I learned how to do was a 3D flower and how to do a reverse smile line for the pink and white. That was it. No, I did not learn how to use an e-file at all. We didn't even have e-files to use at the school. Like, you had to bring your own, or you was using a hand file. So we didn't learn how to do e-file. And then she was like, well, how did you learn? Did you take a class or something? I don't remember exactly the question, how she worded it, but essentially she wanted to know, okay, so if I didn't learn in school, how did I learn? Honestly, practice. And again, YouTube University, y'all. Like, to be 100% honest, that is it. So I feel like if I would have went to a real school, I feel like my nail game would have been like exponentially better. I feel like where I'm at today should have been where I was at when I graduated a year ago, and I should be like 10 times better right now. But I feel like I got like a slow start because of the environment I was in. But things happen for a reason, and me being good, I'm not great, but I do feel like I'm good. And also I feel like I'm okay with it, because I'm bringing you guys on the journey with me. Like, if you guys go back and watch some of my old videos and you see how trash I was. Yeah, I thought I was the shiznit back in the day. My nails was looking busted. But y'all was right there right along with me. Yes, y'all was, nail crew. Love y'all so much. But you don't know what you don't know until you know that you don't know it. So yeah, I thought I was the shiznit, y'all, but I'm growing, I'm progressing, and you guys are coming along with me for the journey. So I actually like that. I actually like it because it's less intimidating. Like, when you go on some of these channels and they are like perfect at nails, it's intimidating because you watch and you're like, I'm never gonna be like that. Like, you just feel like, damn, like, I don't know. It just, well, at least that's how I feel. Like, sometimes I'm watching these girls and I'm like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. And then I don't want to watch anymore because I'm like, it's no way that I can't do that. I can't do it. So I don't even want to watch it because it's so intimidating. Like, I don't even want to watch it. So I'm glad that my channel is not like that for the most part. I try to make things very easy, very simple. And you guys see where I started from and where I'm at. So you guys are with me for the journey, like I said. So I like that. So anyway, back to my license story that I was supposed to tell you guys so long ago. So my administrator, bless her heart, I told you guys she hated me. And I don't know why. Maybe I was too quiet. You know how some people say if they don't trust quiet people because they feel like quiet people are sneaky? And maybe because when I was in school, she was so used to like the loud girls, the rah girls, the girls that spoke their mind. She was used to that. And because I was so quiet in school, she didn't know how to take me. And so I could only assume that was why. I don't know. I have so many different reasons of why. I just be making things up in my head, like trying to decipher what the lady's problem was. And that's the only thing I could think of, kind of. I don't know. But yeah, and I was quiet, not because I'm a quiet person, because I'm not. I was quiet, y'all, because I was leaving work. I had worked all day. Here it is 6 p.m. and I'm at school. I'm tired. I'm not quiet because I'm sneaky and I'm trying to hide something. I'm quiet because I'm tired and I still got to go home and mess with the kids and do all regular mommy stuff when you get home. So yes, that's what it was. It wasn't me being any type of way, but tired, you know? So, and on top of the fact that I have insomnia, so I don't even sleep well at night. So anyway, whatever. We don't even get into that. We don't need to get into that. The point of the story is she hated me. So here it is, time for me to graduate. And my teacher, y'all, I love my teacher. So I had my nail instructor. Hey, if you're watching. And then there was the lead instructor that was over the cosmetology. So the cosmetology program teacher wasn't my teacher per se, but obviously we still interacted. I still, and I love both of them. The teachers, I loved you guys so much. Even though I didn't learn anything, I love y'all. That administrator, she could go. So here it is, time for me to graduate. The teachers made sure that I was on track to graduate because the administrator said that I missed 2 days or I missed some days or whatever, and I shouldn't graduate. I have to make these hours up. And if I don't finish, this is what kills me. Y'all, this is what killed me. She said if I don't finish school in X amount of days or by X month, that I have to pay tuition to start school again. Bitch. You mean to tell me you got people in here that's been in a 3-month program for 2 years? Okay, you got 2-year students. You got Miss Ma'am over here that been in this program for 9 months. You got that one over there that been in the program for 6 months. Here it is. I missed maybe like 1 or 2 days. 1 or 2 days, and it had to be because I was working late or something, because I wasn't trying to miss no days at all. And she had the nerve, y'all. She didn't even come to me with the mess. The administrator did not come to me. She went to the teacher and told the teacher, Nikki is missing too many days. If she does not graduate by this date, she has to re-enroll and pay tuition again. You know what? The Lord knew what was happening. The Lord knew what to do and how to do it and how to bring it to me, because had she brought that mess to me, it would have been a whole different story time. The story time would have been totally different. I wouldn't have had no nail certificate. I wouldn't have graduated. Like, it would have just been a whole different scene happening, okay? Probably would have had some police involved. Probably would have been a whole little EMS. Probably would have had to pull up to the front door. It would have just been a different scenario. So thank God she did not come to me with that. She told the teachers told me. And, I was very, very upset. But they were also upset too, because they know that she changes the rules every day. They know she singles out people. They know she has her favorites. Like, that's no secret. That's no secret. So they were upset too. And pretty much they were like, you know what? We got you. Don't worry about it. And they really went to bat for me. And they were just like, she's here every day. Like, she probably missed 1 or 2 days since she enrolled. Like, what is the problem? So yeah. So anyway, that part, my attendance and everything, they made sure it was straight. I love you guys. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love, love, love. Hug, hug, hugs. So anyway, here it is, time for me to finally graduate. Here it is, time for me to graduate. So whenever you take your boards, whenever you take your exam, right, you have to do 2 things to graduate. You have to do an exit set of nails on a real person, so it can't be like a practice hand or whatever. So you have to do nails on someone, and the instructor watches you and times you and critiques you and things like that. I have a whole video on that. So you have to do that. If you pass the exit set, then you get to take your state board exam. So once all that is done, then the administrator is supposed to give you the links so that you could take your HIV course and your barbicide course. You need all of that before you could register for your license. She never gave me, this is how pressed she was. Like every time it came time for me to get what I needed, she forgot or she was busy. So she never gave me the links to the HIV course or the barbicide course. And some girls in the class were like, girl, here, I'll send you the link, because she sent it to me. They got the link. I didn't get the link. So thank God I was cool with like most of the people in there. And they was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll send you the link. So send me the link. I paid, took my certificates, bop, bop, bop. So now I'm ready to finish, to graduate, to get my license. So I keep on scheduling meeting times with her. She has to go out. She has a headache. She don't feel good. It's just always something when it's time for me to sit and talk to her about my license, to do my exit interview with her. She's always busy. So I was like, look, I could come in tomorrow before work. So I ended up, she scheduled some time for me early. Maybe she thought I wasn't going to show up. I was there bright and early. I probably was even there before her. So I go in there early and we're in the office. She's supposed to do an exit interview, which includes questions like, what did you learn? What would you have liked to learn? How would you like to see the program change? I'm telling you, she didn't ask me not one question. She did not ask me anything. 0 questions. I did not get an exit interview. Okay. But on that, I must say, a lot of the girls said the same thing. They was like, yeah, she ain't asked me nothing. She ain't want to know what I thought. I'm glad they were ready. Like all the girls, they were ready for the exit interview. And she must have did 1 or 2 and didn't like the response. So she stopped asking questions. So on that part, I was not singled out. She stopped asking questions. She stopped doing the interview part. So anyway, y'all, so she's filling out the stuff for my license, right? She has to type everything up in the little form, and then she prints it and she mails it off. Oh, so she does everything she's supposed to do. I'm watching her do everything she's supposed to do. So then the form gets mailed off. I don't get my license, y'all. It's been everybody else that mailed theirs off, like, want to say like a week or 2, like around the time that everybody got their license. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't get any emails. I don't get any phone calls. Like, everybody got their license but me, and there shouldn't be a problem. So I'm like, what the hell? So I ended up calling or reaching out to the board. Okay. So I ended up reaching out, and they said, the form was filled out wrong. So I was like, how is the form filled out wrong? How? I watched her filled it out. So what she did, y'all, and it's real weird. You know what? I'm not going to accuse her or nothing, but side eye, I'm accusing her at the same time. Because when I was watching her fill it out, like everything looked legit. I looked at it. It all looked great. Then when I left, who knows if she went back and changed something. But she put, and this is just so dumb. Let's say that I graduated, January 2020. Let's just say, for example, I graduated January 2020. She had the same graduation date. She had the right graduation date. She put my start date. She put the date that I started after the day that I graduated. So let's say my graduation date was January 2020. She put that I started February 2020. So obviously, like, how do you do that? How do you make that mistake? How? Nobody else got that issue. Nobody else had that issue. So I'm like, damn, damn, you really ain't want me to get my license? Everybody that I told that to, because I told the teachers, I was like, yo, this is what happened. Because they kept asking me, girl, where your license? Like, they were calling me, texting me, did you get it? No. And I kept asking, I'm like, what is, like, everybody else got, like, what's wrong? So when I realized the problem a whole month later, when I realized the problem, I definitely called them and told them what was going on. They were pissed. They were pissed. They definitely felt like she did it on purpose. Like, that is so in her character to do that on purpose. So anyway, so I called her. I left like 1,000 messages. She is not responding to me. She's not returning my calls. I emailed her. Listen, yeah, I emailed, I called, I text. She didn't respond to anything. Nothing. She acted like she didn't see it. So that's how I know she did it on purpose. Because if she didn't do it on purpose, she would have responded and said, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yada, yada, yada. Let me fix it. Nothing. You know when she responded? When I said, you know what? You don't have to respond to me. How about I just look up the owner of the school? How about I look them up and I text them, I email them, I call them, and I let them know what kind of business you're running. When I did that, when I sent her that message, oh, she responded right away and said she was in a meeting. Oh, come on. You was in a meeting all day and you only decide to come out the meeting when I threaten to call your higher ups? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, great, just great. So, okay, so now she fixes the paper, right? So now the start date, end date is fixed. That's the only thing she needed to touch on the paper. Nothing else on the paper was wrong. Everything else was perfect. So then you know what she does? So she fixes the start date, end date, and then she leaves off the school's address. So then she sends it in. Again, I wait about 2 weeks because I'm already in the system. Like, my money is paid. Like, it shouldn't be that long now. So I wait another 2 weeks and nothing. So, of course, again, I reach out. I think I emailed them. I can't remember how I called or I emailed, but anyway, I reached out and I'm like, I was told to fix the date. The date was fixed. And I'm just wondering, like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, oh, yeah, the date is fixed, but the address to the school or something was missing. I was like, why is that missing when all she had to do was just change the date? Like, I don't understand. So yeah, so then again, I'm calling, texting, same bit, calling, texting, she don't respond. So again, I have to threaten to say, okay, you know what? I say, this is what I said this time. I say, you know what? You don't have to do anything for me. I said, I will be on my way after work to get on your computer and do it myself. That's what I said. And then, of course, she responds to me. Okay, so now this was two mess ups. Two, not one, but two. So then she says, okay, I'm sending it in now. So she sends it in the third time. You know what she doesn't do this time? Everything else is correct. She doesn't sign it. She doesn't sign it. She does not sign it. How do you forget to sign it? She doesn't sign it. So she sends it off. Same thing. I wait another 2 weeks. Boop, boop, boop. And I said, okay, what's going on? Like, blah, blah, blah. They're like, oh, yeah. Everything is right. But, she just has to sign it. I'm like, what the fuck? So if there was any doubt in y'all mind from my previous story time that she just didn't like me, this ought to give you a clue. Okay. Because everybody else, they had their right date, they had the address, and everything was signed. Why on the day that you need to do mine, you got a headache, you tired? Like, why on the day that you got to do mine, all these issues are coming up? Like, I never seen nothing like it. The teachers, again, I'm telling you, the teachers were pissed. And they were pissed because they already know how she is. They already knew she didn't want me to graduate. And they kept saying that. They was like, yeah, she don't want you to leave the school, blah, blah, blah. But I don't understand why. Like, if you don't like me, wouldn't you just try to get me out? Right? Like, wouldn't you want me to just get out? I don't understand. I don't understand her logic. I don't get it. But yeah, so after she didn't sign it, again, I'm with the calls, I'm with the texts, I'm with the all that. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Like, do you need me to just forge your name for you? Like, let me know. I got you. I'm just ready to get my license. So anyway, fourth time's a charm. Fourth time is a charm. She signs it. Everything's perfect. Finally, I get confirmation that I got my license, and yes, so I finally get my license. So then fast forward a couple weeks later, she had the nerve to reach out to the entire crew that graduated with me and was saying, hey, we're going to have a graduation ceremony on this day. Please RSVP. Oh my God. Ain't nobody go to that crap. Nobody. When I tell you nobody, forget that. And part of me wanted to go just to see the girls, but hell, the girls wasn't going. So it was just going to be me. And I'm not trying to do that. So no ma'am. No sir. So nobody went to the graduation. That was that. And that's that, y'all. that is the story on my license. That is my license fiasco. And yeah, if you guys have any doubt, if y'all had any doubt that this woman just had it out for me, there you go. There you go. And you know what? I hope that she watches this. I hope she watches this video. I pray that the universe just throws it in her feed one day and she watches it. And I want her to comment. I want her to comment, even if she sends me a DM privately. Man, I'm going to screenshot that thing so quick and put it on here for y'all to see. But I know she can't. I know that she can't. And just like I said on my last video, none of the girls could say anything either. Nobody could check me on these stories because these are 100% facts. These are facts, honey. These are facts. Nobody could check me. And I stand on that. Okay, I stand on my word. My school was a school from hell. Oh my gosh. But at the same time, I couldn't have got my license without going. So I went through hell. I didn't learn anything. But, you know, being optimistic and looking on the bright side, I got hella stories for y'all. I got a whole come to school with me or nail school vlog series on here because of the school. So I got nail school vlogs that you guys got out of me being tortured, you know, so that came out of it. I got my horror story time. So if you guys are bored, you just want a little story time, you guys can listen to my story times. So I got that out of the deal. Like, you know, I just have to take the good with the bad. Seriously though, because if you take the good, the bad, like if you just take that experience with a grain of salt, like you really appreciate free education. Free education on YouTube. Now, obviously, there's some crappy channels out here. There's some people that just don't know what the hell they're talking about. And you're not going to agree with everything people say. You're not going to agree with everything I say. Of course not. Of course not. You have to, you know, take the good. You got to take the bad. You have to figure out what's going to work for you. You have to experiment, all of that. But with all that being said, it's free. You're not investing anything but time. I invested time, money, gas money, headaches, anxiety, no sleep. I invested all of that and got nothing out of it. At least by you guys watching YouTube, you're going to learn. If you're not digging that channel, you're not digging that person, well, switch to another one, you know? Like, just move on. I didn't have that option going to that school, but it's over. It's done. I'm glad I got the story out. You guys that have been waiting on this story, you got it. You got it with your little nosy self. You got it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this story time. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun sharing it with you guys. I know you guys waited because I brought it up and then I just left you guys hanging. So I'm sorry. I love you guys. I'm sorry. But yes, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your honest opinion. Oh, duh. Let me know what you guys think about the nails too. Okay. Bye.